Hello, it's me again. Welcome to Messy Church Online. Shall I tell you something? Christmas is coming. You may not have noticed this. Actually, you can't not notice it. Christmas is everywhere. I found my Christmas jumper. If you go to the shops, it's full of Christmassy things. I had a look today and I found Christmassy chocolate panettone, which I might just have to eat later on, and Christmas puddings and all the other lovely Christmas food, and Christmas chocolate selection boxes. Now that is for my little boy who is now 35, but I know he's going to enjoy it. And you're probably busy with Christmas cards and Christmas lists and all the Christmas adverts are on the television. Christmas is definitely on its way. Christmas takes a lot of getting ready for. It doesn't just happen. Your mum and your dad, whoever is in charge of the food, will be looking at what they're going to buy and is there room in the freezer. People will be doing shopping, trying to find the decorations in the loft. I found a few of mine. I haven't found the Christmas tree yet. It's a lot to do. And it's the same with anything that's important. If it really matters, you get ready for it. You don't just wait till the day and go, oh, I think we'll do it now. So if you've been on a holiday, you may not know, but your mum and dad would have been going mad, buying tickets and doing the washing and packing and finding the passports and making sure that you have a lovely holiday. If you've ever moved house, that takes forever because you have to pack up every single thing in your house and then unpack at the other end, and you can't wait till the day it happens. To make it go really well, you have to start in advance. And if there's a new baby on the way, there is so much to do, things to buy, rooms to decorate, learning how to look after a new baby, all sorts of things, getting ready for something special. And the church gets ready for Christmas. It doesn't just happen. Church's getting ready for Christmas begins this Sunday, which is called Advent Sunday. And Advent means he's on his way. So it's when the church starts to count down towards the birth of Jesus at Christmas. And you might have an Advent chocolate calendar, which helps you to count down to Christmas as well. The church counts down to Jesus' birthday in all sorts of ways, with usually special services and special songs. And we can't do a lot of that this year, but we're still getting ready. And every Sunday we go back over the stories of the history of how God loved his people and wanted to be closer to them. And that finally happened when Jesus was born at Christmas. So God was counting down the ways and the days just like we are. He didn't wait even just till a month before Christmas. Hundreds of years ago in the Bible, you can find things where God is saying to people, somebody special is coming. Or there's a bit where he says, through one of the prophets, a man called Micah, Bethlehem, he says, you might just be a little place, too small to be on a map, but somebody amazing is going to come out of you, little town, somebody who will change the world. And in other places, he promised that he was sending somebody who would be a mighty king and who would save the world and make everything better for us. And I want to look at just one story of how God got ready for the very first Christmas. And it's all about two ladies, and their names are Mary and Elizabeth. This is a lovely statue of them. So this is Elizabeth and this is Mary. You've probably heard of Mary because it's Christmas. But let me start with Elizabeth. Elizabeth was an older lady. She'd been married to her husband for years and they'd never had a baby, and it made her really, really sad. And just at the time Elizabeth thought it was never going to happen, an angel came to them and said, you're going to have a son, a very special son, and you're going to call him John. And this was her baby was going to grow up to be John the Baptist, who told everybody that Jesus was coming. So Elizabeth was excited. A miracle had happened. She was going to have a baby. God was with her, and she knew everything was going to be all right. A little bit later on, about 6 months later on, another girl finds out she's going to have a baby, and that's Mary. and she's only young, and the angel comes to her and says, "You're going to have a baby. He's going to be the Son of God, and you're going to call him Jesus." And she said, "Yes, I'll do that." And she was very brave, but she must have been a bit scared. And she decided to go and talk to somebody about it. And the person she chose was her cousin Elizabeth. Now, back then they didn't have emails and texts, so Mary didn't know about Elizabeth's baby, and Elizabeth didn't know about Mary's. But when Mary arrived and travelled and went to see her cousin, it says in the Bible that Elizabeth's baby jumped for joy inside her when Mary came close, because even the baby knew that this was going to be the Son of God, that God was doing something very, very special. And for Mary, who was a bit scared and a bit lonely, to meet her cousin Elizabeth and to know that God was in charge, that God was doing 2 miracles, must have been a wonderful feeling. And so God was getting ready for the birth of his son, Jesus. And we get ready too, not just with our food and our shopping, but we can think about how to make the world a better place for everybody by being kind, by being helpful, by praying for people who need our help and helping them if we can. So I wish you a very happy Advent. I'll see you a little bit later on with some crafts that we can do for Advent. And I'd like to invite you to our church Christmas Eve service, which is going to be online. You'll be able to find it on our church website and on YouTube, and then we can really celebrate Christmas together.
Hello everyone, it's time for our Messy Church song. I hope you're all well. And as Kath was saying, Christmas is definitely coming, and that's what our song is about. Now, Christmas can be a really exciting time, and it can also for us be quite a difficult time sometimes. But the first Christmas was like that too. The first Christmas was exciting when Jesus was born, and it was also quite difficult for his parents and for everyone who was there. So we think that Christmas is a time of hope, that even when it's difficult, that God shows at Christmas that he cares. So we're going to sing a song, Christmas is Coming, and I hope that you'll pick it up and join in. Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, oh yes, I know. Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know, oh yes, I know. Christmas is coming, oh yes, I know. Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, oh yes, I know. Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know, oh yes, I know. Jesus is coming, oh yes, I know. Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, oh yes, I know. Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming, oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know, oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know, oh yes, I know. Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, oh yes, I know. Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know, oh yes, I know. Jesus is coming, oh yes, I know. Well done everyone for listening and joining in. I hope you enjoyed the song. So now let's just be quiet for a few moments and I'll say a short prayer. Loving God, thank you for sending Jesus to be born at Christmas. Please help us and our families as we get ready for Christmas. Help us to be kind and caring and to remember that you are with us. Amen. So now it's time to go over to Kath, who's got some great craft ideas for you. Bye for now.
Hello again. I said I'd be back. This is probably the time of year when we don't need a lot of help from me about things to make for Christmas, because you'll be doing them at school or at nursery, or there's lots of things in the shops for you to do. But I've got a couple of ideas, and some of them you need a grown-up to help you with. And the first idea is in lots of Spanish-speaking countries, particularly in South America, they have something called the Posada. And what it is, for the 9 days before Christmas, in their towns, I have a picture here, people process through the town. People dress up as Mary and Joseph, and for 9 days they get nearer and nearer to the church in the town. And every night they'll have a celebration in the street, and then they'll stay at someone's house, and they'll make their journey closer and closer until by Christmas Day they arrive at the church. Now, I don't imagine they can do that this year, but I thought we could do something a little bit like it. Now, you might have a nativity scene in your house, and if you have one already, great. And what you can do is think where your Christmas tree is going to go, ask if you don't know, and then put Mary and Joseph as far away as you can. It might be the back of the back bedroom, or maybe not down the garden, but as far away as you can. And then for about the week before Christmas, every day, move Mary and Joseph a little bit closer to the Christmas tree, so that on Christmas morning they arrive. Now, you might not have a nativity scene, so I've got an idea for making one, and it's our old friend, the paper plate. Where would we be without our upside down birthday paper plate? So get a paper plate and cut it in half, and that will help you make 2 people. Now, you want to make it into a cone shape, which isn't too hard. And the next bit, I'm going to use a stapler, only because it's faster than trying to find the sellotape. You staple the back and ta-da! You've got a little person. So you could just make Mary and Joseph. So I've started drawing Mary with her headscarf and a smile. Or you could draw Joseph with a beard and a stick. And you can decorate yours and colour them in and put glitter on them and make them look really nice. And then Mary and Joseph could start off as far away from your Christmas tree as possible, or wherever you put your Christmas things or your Christmas table. And then you can move them closer each day. If you wanted to, it doesn't have to. You could also, and some people do this, have the shepherds. And the shepherds start in a different place in the house, and they get closer and closer towards the Christmas tree during the week. And you could have the kings. So this is my attempt at a king. He's got a crown, and I know it looks like a bag of popcorn, but it's supposed to be a gift. So they could start somewhere else. They all start in different places, and as the week goes on, get closer and closer to Christmas, they all arrive together. So everybody from the Christmas story is together. So that'd be a fun thing to do. And I've just realised you can store them for next year, so that would be cool. That would be really good. Another idea is to make a Christmas decoration that's got a message in it, and I've got a little one on the tree here, and I'm probably not going to get it off the tree. There we go. It's just a tiny Christmas tree, and inside you could put a message to someone, or maybe a prayer. Or that's the name of somebody that maybe you can't see all your friends and family this Christmas. So you could write the names of the people you're thinking about and hang them up. This is a little bit fiddly. I'm going to make a slightly bigger one, but I think you might need a grown-up to help with this one. So you want a semicircle of card. A circle, that make 2. You've got to fold it into 6, which is a bit tricky. So this is the way I think you can do it. You fold it in half, which isn't too bad. Then you fold that bit over, so it's halfway between there and there. and then fold it back again, and that will give you 6ths. And you do the same then. Fold that bit, so that bit is halfway between there and there. Fold it back, and you've got a sort of Christmas tree. Then you're going to do some cutting, and this is going to go all over my floor, so I will have to pick it up afterwards. You're going to cut little triangles out of the edges. If you can do it while it's all folded, it saves some time. I won't show you the mess that's appearing on my floor, but I'm cutting little, not too far. You don't want to cut all the way through it, and you've got to mind your fingers. I'm using quite sharp scissors because it's thick card, so you might want someone to help you. I tell you a secret, last month I was making something and I wasn't paying attention, and I cut my finger and I had to go and get a plaster and start again, so that was a shame. But I'm alright this time. But when you open it up, you've got your Christmas tree. Now, if you've got a gold pen, I had a gold pen a moment ago, there it is. You could put some decorations on it. So I'm going to draw some stars on mine. Or you could draw snowflakes or something like that. You can hang it on a little bit of string or a bit of ribbon with some sellotape on the back. And be really nice, maybe inside put the name of somebody that you can't be with this Christmas, or somebody that you want to remember, or just the people you love. They could hang on your Christmas tree. If you're getting together as a family with the people you live with, you could put those on your table, so everyone's got their names on. But it's a really nice idea, and it's a way of remembering the people we can't be with. The other idea I had was to make a different sort of advent calendar, not one with chocolate in, so not as tasty, but perhaps healthier. And you will need these sorts of envelopes. You can get them in shops that are still open, so Tesco's and Wilko's. They're sort of thing that in my day to take our dinner money to school in, or maybe if you lose a tooth at school they send you home with one of these little envelopes. And you will need 24 of them, one for each day of Advent. And you write a number on the front of each one, and you can do a little Christmassy picture. So I've got a star and a bit of holly, and that one's blank. There's another one. I've got a Christmas tree on that one. And the idea is that inside the envelope, and I have to show you this one I did upside down, which is a bit silly, but I know that the third one is the right way up. Inside the envelope you put something, not chocolate, but maybe in your family you could take in turns, you could put a little note telling somebody you love them. You could draw a picture for someone. You could put in there something you will do for somebody, like I will tidy your room. I will make you a cup of tea, if you do that with a grown-up to help you. I will help you with something. I will read you a story. You can have first choice of what's on the television. And you pop them in there, and then each day of Advent, and then you take one out, and then whoever's got it has got a message that says that you love them, or it could be something that someone's going to do for them during the day. But you could have them just keep them in a pile like this. You could stick them all on a big bit of card, if you have a big bit of card, or if you've had an Amazon delivery, got a huge bit of cardboard from some box, you could stick them all on and make it look really nice. The other thing you could do would be get little clothes pegs and peg them on a washing line or a bit of ribbon and make a decoration for your house. So you'll be take them down as you use them, so you're counting down to Christmas, but inside each one is something nice for somebody, something that will make someone think, oh, that was really good. So those are my Christmas ideas for Advent and for getting ready for Christmas. I hope you have fun with them. Thank you.